Hello guys, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the Unit 4 of MMBC 004, that is preparation of final accounts of a company. So let's see the objectives of this chapter. Discuss the applicability of various provision in the preparation of financial statement. Understand the structure and preparation of profit and loss statement of a company. Understand the presentation and disclosure of company's balance sheet. Understand the structure and preparation of cash flow statement. And the structure of these units are: there is an introduction, schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013, and general instruction for the preparation of financial statement, profit and loss statement part 2 of schedule 3, and balance sheet part 1 of schedule 3, and cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity and self assessment questions also there. So let's begin with the introduction part. Companies are required to prepare their final accounts are per the provision of the Companies Act 2013. They should prepare and keep the books of accounts of every financial year at their registered office, which gives a true and fair view of the states of affairs of a company. Companies should keep the books of accounts on an accrual basis and according to the double entry system of accounting. As per section 129 of the act, at the time of the company's annual general meeting, it is mandatory for the board of directors to lay down the financial statement before the company. The financial statements includes profit and loss statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and notes to account. Note: cash flow statement is not a part of financial statement in case of a one person company. And final account must give a true and fair view of a company at the end of the financial year. Further, special act are applicable for insurance, banking, electricity supply, or any other class of companies to prepare the financial statement, while in case of all other companies, balance sheet and profit and loss statement is prepared as per part 1 and part 2 of schedule 3. It is mandatory for the companies to comply with the accounting standard as notified by the central government from time to time. And next is schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. The companies must prepare and present their final account as per the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. The schedule was formulated in order to keep pace with the changing economic philosophies leading to privatization, globalization, and subsequent desired changes in corporate financial reporting practice. The several new features of Schedule 3 are as follows: vertical format of presenting the balance sheet items and their classification into current and non-current heads, and vertical format of profit and loss statement with the classification of expenses based on nature. Elimination of the concept of schedules, and such information is now furnished in notes to accounts, and it does not contain any specific disclosure for items included in schedule 5 under the head and miscellaneous expenditure. Debit balance of profit and loss statement will be disclosed as a negative figure under reserve and surplus head, and preparation of cash flow statement as per AS 3 and the schedule give prominence to AS in case of any conflict between AS and schedule. And next is general instruction for the preparation of financial statement. Schedule 3 set provide minimal requirement for disclosure on the face of the balance sheet and the statement of profit and loss, hereinafter referred to as financial statement, and notes. This implies that new line item or sub item can be added or substituted in the financial statement when such a presentation is that is relevant to an understanding of the company's financial position to meet industry or sector specific disclosure requirements when required for compliance when statutory changes are made, especially in case of amendments to the Companies Act or under the accounting standards, and where compliance with the requirement of the act including accounting standards as applicable to the companies required any change in treatment or disclosure including additional amendment, substitute, or deletion in the head or subhead, or any change interest in the financial statement or statement forming part, therefore the same shall be made and the requirements of the this schedule shall stand modified accordingly. These disclosure requirements specific in this schedule are in the addition to not are not in substitutions of the disclosure requirements specified in the accounting standard prescription under the Companies Act 2013. And note to account shall contain information in addition to that presented in the financial statement and shall provide where required. And under this there is 2 points also. And each item on the face of the balance sheet and statement of profit and loss shall be cross referred to any related information in the notes of the account. And depending upon the turnover of the company, the figures appearing in the financial statement may be rounded off as given below. So there is turnover column, also rounding off column, and you just go through your material. And once a unit of measurement is used, it shall be used uniformly in the financial statement, and except in the case of the first financial statement laid before the company after its incorporation, the corresponding amount that is comparative for the immediate preceding reporting period for all items shown in the financial statement, including notes, shall also be given. And for this schedule, the term used herein shall be as per the applicable accounting standards. And the next one is profit and loss statement, part 2 of the schedule 3. So here is one column is there is particulars are there, and note number of columns are there, and figures of for the current reporting period and figures for the previous reporting period space also there. And you just go through this table, it will be more clear for you. And next one is balance sheet, part 1 of the schedule 3. Assets are the resources controlled by the enterprises due to the past events from which the future economic benefit are expected to flow to the enterprises. And liabilities are the obligation of an enterprises arising from the past event, the settlement of which lead to an outflow of resources embedding an economic benefit. And equity is the residual interest in the interest of an enterprises after deducting all the liabilities. And for this there is one more table is there. You can just try to answer these all, and some items are to be explained in the notes to accounts as follows. You just go through your Ignou study materials and try to understand this from that table. And first one is share capital. For each class of share capital, following point is to be kept in mind, and number of points are there. And next is reserves and surpluses, and long-term borrowings and long-term provisions are there, and short-term borrowings are there, and other current liabilities are there, tangible assets and intangible assets. And next one is non-current investments, and long-term loans and advances are there, and current investments are there, and inventories and cash and cash equivalents are there. And these are the points from this subsection. And there is one illustration sections also. The following is the trial balance of Alpha Limited, and this is an example, and you just go through this, you will get more understand from this topic. And additional information also here. The authorized share capital of the company, this is from an example point of view, and there is 1 3 4 5 6 points are there. You just try to answer this. And balance sheet also example is here. Profit and loss examples is there here, and you just try to understand from these tables, and it will more easy for your preparation. And in between any doubts, you can contact our contact number also, and you can comment it on our comment box also. And next section is cash flow statement, that we will cover on next video. And before that, you just try to understand this introduction part of this unit. And for more videos, you just do share and like our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor ES presents Ignou MBA, complete syllabus coverage classes and individual semester base, subject coverage program for MBA students online and flexible sessions. For more details, contact 62382 1788.